1990s to an overall national agenda only a couple of years later. Facing the same challenges as in other parts of the world, Egypt encountered the changing dynamics produced by the evolution of IT technologies. The whole communication model, which was changing from a legacy structure led by PTTs to a new and innovative user-centered model, imposed new policies, new business model, and new service delivery frameworks. Empowered by the political support of President Mubarak, back since 1996, the internet community in Egypt managed to achieve a breakthrough of internet evolution in the country through a deregulated framework for service provision by a strong private sector involvement. The political support was not only restricted to that, but it continued to have Egypt enjoy a free and open internet platform as elsewhere in many developed places in the world. This has encouraged continuous investment in infrastructure and enabled us to enjoy double-digit growth in internet as well as in the ICT sector at large. It wasn't very long before we realized that this deregulated framework is not only suitable for the internet, but that it could be applied in other disciplines as well as in other services. Hence, in 1999, with the formation of the Ministry of Communication and Information Technology, the development of a complete strategy for the ICT sector had started. The goal was clearly set to establish an information-based society in Egypt while positioning the country as a regional communication hub. Today, after 10 years, it is no surprise that Egypt managed to position its ICT sector as a competitive sector within the region and beyond. It is also no surprise that this sector is significantly contributing to national efforts exerted in raising productivity in other sectors. Ladies and gentlemen, innovation in broadcasting and streaming technology, as well as the evolution of user-generated content, are transforming the internet into a true platform where we communicate, work, learn, and be entertained. Hence, the crucial developmental role of the internet is now more than ever well recognized globally. This is especially true in developing regions of the world, where the next billions of users are expected to emerge, especially using mobile internet facilities and services. The internet is thus becoming for developing countries a space of opportunities that should be handled with due attention. While the internet emerges as a tool for creating opportunities and opening up new horizons, the larger internet community should actively engage and concert effort to remove any implied barriers and stimulate those emerging markets. As we innovate with technologies and services on the net, and in our attempt to strengthen its outreach and accommodate the needs of the new user segments, it is vital to ensure that the unique structure of the internet is preserved, maintained, and built upon. The IGF has, with no doubt, through its first 3 meetings, laid a strong foundation for the policy dialogue needed to address those challenges. The agenda of Athens, of Rio, and Hyderabad were carefully selected to include the various aspects of internet governance. With this year's IGF, under the overall theme of creating opportunities for all, I believe the ground is well set for our deliberations throughout the coming few days. But I'm also sure that you all share with me the belief that with opportunities, rights, there are also responsibilities. And I think, ladies and gentlemen, we are here today to address and carry clearly our global responsibilities towards today's and tomorrow's cyberspace. It is our clear responsibility together within IGF to further dig into current mechanisms and propose creative models to address policy challenges as new models for cross-border cooperation on cybersecurity, issues of youth empowerment and online child safety, policies that encourage the creation of multilingual content, multilingual domain names and search engines, frameworks that enhance broadband access in developing countries, issues of implications of social networks that are really changing the way our younger generation think and interact, aspects of privacy with the evolution of internet mobility using smartphones and others, and many other issues, ladies and gentlemen, that we have on our list. The IGF should therefore continue to provide a venue where such new policy issues are surfaced, posed freely, and discussed constructively. The IGF community should equally continue to work on together and collaborate in order to be as creative as our pioneers of the early internet phases were. Honorable audience, this year's IGF indeed is an important one, as the past few months have witnessed a number of major milestones related to the heated worldwide discussion on global internet governance. ICANN has recently made a significant move towards signing last September the new affirmation of commitments with the U.S. administration. This development recognizes the success of ICANN's multi-stakeholder model and marks the start of a new era for ICANN and the global community. However, we as a worldwide internet community still look forward to further international involvement in managing the critical internet resources through revisiting the current IANA contract and without affecting the robustness of the global internet operation. Equally important for our internet community comes the new decision to launch multilingual domain names in Arabic, Chinese, Korean, and other languages. And I'm glad, Mr. Prime Minister, ladies and gentlemen, that Egypt will make use of the fast-track process starting tomorrow morning by applying for the first country's top-level domain .master in Arabic to be one of the first Arabic and multilingual country top-level domains. This will offer new avenues for innovation, investment, and growth, and hence we can truly and gladly say the internet بقت بتتكلم عربي, which means the internet now speaks Arabic. It is a great moment for us, and I am happy that this takes place here in Sharm el-Sheikh as a recognition of our work with the relevant constituencies worldwide over the last 3 years. Ladies and gentlemen, having witnessed how this process has developed and where we stand today, one can fairly say, in spite of the existence of some gaps, that the IGF has definitely proved to be an excellent venue to integrate and converge views of the different stakeholder groups. Looking at its future, we think the IGF should be allowed to maintain its innovative multi-stakeholder approach to internet public policy discussions. It should continue to act as a venue for policy interprofessional dialogue, with more focus in the future on localized needs of the various emerging regions as in Africa, Latin America, and Asia. The IGF process should build upon the momentum it has produced on national and regional levels, while broadening participation and linking national and regional policy dialogues to the global. Ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, let me proudly say that through the IGF process, all of us are together shaping the civilization of our modern age. From within Egypt, the land of civilization, we are adding here another brick this week. And while I'm sure that many people have been working around the clock to make this meeting a success, I believe special thanks should be extended to Mr. Shah Zokang and the whole UN team, Chairman Nitin Desai, Mr. Marcus Kumar, and all members of the IGF Multi-Stakeholder Advisory Group for their continuous effort in preparing for the forum. I would also like to thank our local team in Egypt, especially Hoda and Nermin, that put an outstanding effort to make this meeting a real success. And on behalf of the entire IGF participants, our sincere gratitude goes to you, Mr. Prime Minister, for taking the time to share with us your valuable thoughts about our topic. Allow me to present to you on behalf of the participants a small gift as a token of appreciation, and to you, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you a very fruitful meeting and hope you will enjoy our stay in our beloved country, Egypt. Thank you very much.